A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. When the Pharisees, with some scribes who had come down from Jerusalem, gathered around Jesus, they observed that some of his disciples ate their meals with unclean, that is, unwashed hands. So the Pharisees and scribes questioned Jesus. "Why do your disciples not follow the tradition of the elders, but instead eat a meal with unclean hands?" Jesus responded, "Well did Isaiah prophesy about you, hypocrites, as it is written, 'This people honors me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines human precepts. You disregard God's commandment, but cling to human tradition.'" Then Jesus summoned the crowd and said to them, "Hear me, all of you, and understand. Nothing that enters one from outside can defile that person, but the things that come out from within are what defile. From within a person, from his heart, comes evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these evils come from within, and they defile." There are two things we can get wrong when we listen to the gospel stories. One, we hear Jesus associating with sinners, having dinner with them, and we feel that we need to spend more time with sinners. We've misunderstood who we are in that story. The other mistake is hearing a passage like today's gospel and thinking the message of this story is how terrible the Pharisees are. These terrible Pharisees, they are envious, they are blasphemous, they are unchaste, they are murderous, they are greedy, adulterous. That is also not the message of today's story. All of us are sinners. All of us are in need of God's grace. So when we hear today's story, we need to look inside our own hearts for where we have need for change. First words Jesus said when he began his public ministry, repent. It means make a 180, turn around and start acting differently, and start change your life based on Jesus Christ. I need to do it. You need to do it. We all need to do it. So the message of today's story is not how bad the Pharisees are, but we need to investigate our own hearts and see where we need to change. And the message when Jesus is hanging out with public sinners is that we also need to follow Jesus. Not a sermon, just a thought. Enjoy your Sunday.